CWU has served notice to Post Office Limited for a strike ballot among its 4,000 members who work as counter staff. The ballot affects staff at Crown offices across the UK in a dispute over pay, job security and the future of the Post Office network.
Good evening everybody, thank you for coming out.
Ahead of CWU members receiving their ballot papers, branches around the country organised meetings to inform staff about the ballot and why it is important to vote and have their say.
Every time we've been in this situation over the network or whatever we've said, it's the most serious situation that we've faced. I think now is the most serious situation.
CWU Assistant Secretary and lead negotiator in this dispute, Andy Furey, has attended several of these meetings.
Now the reality is, why are we in this position? We're in this position because we've been backed into a corner. That's what was quite rightly said over there. We've been patient, we've been tolerant. What is it? It's the end of February now. Your pay date was last April.
Despite increased profits of £72 million last year and awarding branch managers, senior staff and directors a pay rise, the company is refusing to consider a pay rise for its counter staff.
Our members don't feel wanted, they actually feel undervalued. They're incensed and they're outraged by some of the comments that's been made by Paula Venables, the MD. Worse still, the directors actually had a 21% increase in their bonuses and basic pay. Only 8 directors we're talking about, and it came to something like £3.9 million in 2009-10. Yet these very same people are saying that my members don't deserve a pay rise. It is double standards.
The biggest cost we have, like it or not, the biggest cost we have is the cost of people. If we pay more for the people who are running the business, then it only makes it more difficult to do what the owners of the business require us to do.
Richard Barker, who's the general manager, so he's not just any old manager, he's the general manager responsible for all the 373 crowns across the UK, was invited to the meeting by the local branch. Novel idea, I think it worked well. He came into the lion's den, he got a tough time, he dealt with it, but hopefully he's learnt something tonight, and hopefully he'll be able to take that back to his colleagues in the Ivory Tower in 148 Old Street, and they might start to wake up and realise they've got a problem on their hands. So it was an experiment that worked well, I think.
The company is also refusing to extend a guarantee on the number of Crown offices, implying that further closures are being planned.
The guarantee runs out the 31st of March. We've asked Paula Venables, the MD, to extend that guarantee, and thus far she's refusing to do so. And that will put at risk our members' job security. And in today's environment, people need the stability and the continuity of knowing they've got a job. We're urging and encouraging everybody to vote yes. The bigger yes vote, the better. We want a good turnout, and that is the best chance for them to have their say and tell Paula Venables and the company that they're not prepared to be treated in this fashion any longer.
To find out more information about the dispute, please visit the CWU website.